Hey guys, Ryan here. First things first, I don't actually think you suck at Warzone. The title is meant in jest and to highlight that I plan to be covering common mistakes I see people making all of the time that are costing them free kills and free wins. In this video, I'm going to be going over 3 simple things that you can do to start making yourself a better player almost instantly. I hope that you guys enjoy the video. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, it really helps out the channel. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching the video. So in the background, I'm going to have a 33 kill game I had on Resurgence. That's just a little heads up on what the backdrop is and the background gameplay. But let's get into it. The first main thing I want to cover is that your mental awareness is not good enough to play Warzone at a high level. What I mean by that is that Warzone is a very chaotic game and it's a game of milliseconds. You have to process things extremely quickly, and any hesitation, even half a second or quarter of a second, can be the difference between you popping off for a 24 kill game or you dying and only having 2 kills and getting sent to the gulag. Too many people cannot process when they have to fight 2 squads at once. They don't know how to handle all of the lines of sights in their brain. They don't know how to make decisions on how to clutch up quick enough because they'll spend too much time not plating. They don't react quick enough. They just hesitate. And if you work on quickening the time that it takes for you to make mental decisions, if you work on understanding the weaknesses in your mental processing, and if you take the time to fully grasp exactly what I mean by mental awareness, you will be a much better player. As I said before, it's twofold. You have to make smarter decisions, but you also have to make quicker decisions. I'm going to use a key example here. A lot of people will see someone at distance, they'll see a squad, and one guy is going to decide to just start shooting from 40-50 meters out. They're going to be right next to cover. The enemies are going to barely be hurt. They're going to get to cover. And then suddenly you're in this long-range gunfight and you just die. Instead of taking those first shots, use the element of surprise. If they don't know you're there, get closer. Get to a point where you can secure one of the kills, get the advantage, and make it a 4v3 to start the fight. That is an example of a smarter decision. Now, what I mean by quicker decisions is this. Too many people, they're going to be in a 1v2. They're going to get the first person down. They're going to have no plates. And instead of instantly plating up and repositioning to break line of sight and to make space for them to plate up, they will spend about a second, 2 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, and that will cost them the gunfight. If they would have used that time to instantly be going into moving to find cover and plating up, they would have won so many more gunfights. That's an example of quicker decisions. People will only hesitate for a small second or two, but those hesitations will add up and cause you to lose out on so many more kills and so many more games that could have been won. I want to now move on to the second part of this, and this is going to be your fundamentals are trash. And what I mean by that is that your pre-aiming, your centering, your ability to not get caught out sprinting, your movement, all of those, they're trash. And I don't mean this to be degrading. You have to understand, guys, I mean this all in jest, it's just to help you guys get better. But what I mean by that is the best players in Warzone have really strong fundamentals that they use as a base to add on the more flashier skills, to add on the quick scoping. That's how they get those crazy clutches, how they get the high kill games, all of that. And to further clarify what I mean by fundamentals is I think like things like having good slide cancels, good jump shots, understanding how to pre-aim, understanding noise, all of those are fundamentals to Warzone. Having quick loot patterns that allow yourself to get your loadout quick, which allows yourself to get UAVs quick, which allows yourself to get an advantage on your opponents and kill them before they get their loadouts, before they're all looted up and ready to fight back. All of that is key. Those are all fundamentals to Warzone. Understanding how to rotate well to survive is so key if you want to get a lot of wins or if you want to get high kills. Having good movement in gunfights all starts with the fundamentals. Until you master the basic movements like jump shotting, drop shotting, bunny hopping, slide canceling, you can't use them in advanced ways. You have to use them in their basic ways and master just the basic movement to be good at the advanced movement. And that's what a lot of people lack. They're too focused on all the crazy things. They're too focused on all of these wild ideas out there, and they don't want to just focus on the base fundamentals. And it's not too hard to do that. Make sure you guys are pre-aiming more. Don't get caught out sprinting. I know that sounds dumb to a lot of people, but a lot of people, they don't understand how intense sprint to fire times are. In this game, guys, most guns will kill you between 500 and 700 milliseconds. Sprint to fire time is usually between 170 milliseconds to 340 milliseconds. So just think about that. If you have 270 millisecond sprint to fire time, and you're talking about a gun that kills in 500 milliseconds, that's almost half of the time to kill. So even if you land all of your shots on someone, but you get caught out sprinting, you're going to die because you're just not going to have the ability to react because the sheer math will not be on your side. And understanding how to not be caught sprinting and understanding how to use slide canceling and movement to avoid sprint to fire is huge and key in being a better Warzone player. So now, guys, I want to move on to the third part. And this is going to be a twofer because there's going to be a little honorable mention at the end. But the main thing is you're a shitty teammate. Now, some people actually are not too guilty of this, and for those people, they deserve a shout out. Some people do not prioritize trade position. They don't prioritize making sure their teammates have good resources, and they play a very solo-orientated play style. Now, if you look at this Rebirth gameplay, I'm pretty guilty of that. I'm out here running around. I'm out here just kind of on my own. But it was something that was kind of known within my team that this is what I was going to be doing. I was going for a 30 bomb. I was playing super aggressive. I was going for the kills. They knew they weren't going to be able to really keep up with me like that, and they just kind of wanted to let me run free. But a lot of times on Verdansk, I purposely slow my movement, or I'll purposely try and help my teammates as much as possible, and I'll always stress trade position to them because focusing on trade position is key. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. But it's the simple concept. If you are playing with someone as a team and they are in a gunfight, being there in a gunfight with them is so key because no one can kill two people shooting them at once if both people are hitting their shots. If you have two people on the same team shooting one person, you understand instantly how easy that is for the two people to win the gunfight. It is almost impossible for the one person to win the gunfight unless the other people are just missing all of their shots. And that's why I think it is so powerful and such a key thing. The other part of this is understanding resources. When your teammates don't have plates, when they're lacking bullets, and you can help them out, that is a big fault, and it is on you for not helping your teammates. You don't understand how many times I see people not divvy up the plates in a good manner, and they leave their teammates high and dry, where if they were to just give their teammates 2 of their 5 plates, they would suddenly be able to win the gunfight and be able to beat me. But instead, I got to face one guy who had no plates after I shredded him earlier, and he was a free kill for me, and it just kind of left me in a 2v3. It could have been a 1v3, and that would have been almost impossible for me to win. But because these teammates were not equally sharing the resources, I was able to destroy them. I'm not talking about the gameplay in the background. I'm talking about something I experience all the time in Warzone. Now, the last part of this is this, guys. This is the honorable mention I mentioned earlier. And that's this. Your hardware sucks. Your TV is not up to par. You're probably playing on a giant flat screen TV. You don't have a good monitor. Your controller might just be the base controller, or maybe you do have a scuff, but maybe a paddle's falling off, or maybe you're just on a base console. It will stack up and it will hurt your gameplay. But this is why I want to put it as an honorable mention, because so many people, they can't fix this. There's nothing they can do. They're in an economic position which won't allow them to boost their hardware, and that is okay. This is not actually a reason why you quote-unquote suck, but it is something that can help you if you're economically in a position where you can afford to buy a better monitor, or maybe you can afford to upgrade your PC or get a next-gen console when you can find one in stock, which I know is impossible. I was lucky to get a PS5 on launch, and I'm so grateful I did because it's really helped. Warzone at 120 FPS and 120 hertz is so different. It is a massive advantage, and it's just little things like that that will really add up. But as I said, some people don't economically have it in them, and it's not possible for them to be able to get something like this. I'm gonna start wrapping this video up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I hope to get to streaming really soon, but we'll see. I know I've been saying it for a long time, but I really need to get to it. I just got to order a new mic, and speaking of financial situations, something like that can be costly. But I will say this, guys. I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a good day. As I've mentioned before, you don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, it really helps out the channel. I hope you have a good day. It's been Ryan. Peace.